Okay. What you are looking at is the front door entrance into 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho. This is the home where the quadruple murders occurred in which Brian Kolberger has been charged with. I'm going to prove conclusively that if a person came through the front door, they would not miss these rooms. Moscow police, as well as mainstream media, pushed the narrative that if the assailant came through the front door, he or she may have not known that there was rooms on this first floor because the way that they are hidden due to the add-on of the home. I'm going to prove that narrative to be an outright lie. Also, I'm going to also prove that anybody on the first floor can hear what's going on the first, second, and third floor, vice versa. By looking at this home in the layout that I'm going to show you, you will come to the conclusion that you can clearly hear in this home. And you're going to also see that it's impossible for Dylan Mortensen to have seen the assailant on the second floor, as she stated. It is my contention that Dylan Mortensen is a fabricated witness, an eyewitness, for the sole purpose of convicting Brian Kolberger. Now, I'm not saying Brian Kolberger didn't do this. I'm just making the case as to how she could not have seen this masked man with the bushy eyebrows. So let me give you a 360 view of this first floor before I go any further. Okay. As you can see, first, this is the entry door for the first floor. The stairs leading to the second floor, a bedroom, a utility room, a bathroom, and the other room with an electrical panel in there. Now, let's go right here. You see this light up here? We all know that this light more than likely would have been on when all the residents in the house so they can see. We know this. There would be no reason to have it pitch dark right here where you can't see anything. But nevertheless, even if the light was off, you come in that door, you're going to see rooms. The theory was that the assailant came through the front door. That was the theory. So that's why they were saying that the assailant may not known that Bethany Funk and Dylan Mortensen was on the second floor. I mean on the first floor. Down here. Lo and behold, Dylan Mortensen was transplanted to the second floor by Moscow PD in order to create an eyewitness that she saw a masked man with bushy eyebrows in order to point it to Brian Kolberger. Basically, they needed an eyewitness based on all the circumstantial evidence. So they planted Dylan Mortensen on the second floor as a witness. So let's go to the second floor because things will get very interesting. Okay, we are on the second floor looking down. See the mat, stairs coming up. So let me give you a 360 view of this upstairs on this side. This is part of the upstairs. So when you first come up, so let me give you a 360 view. You got a little sitting living area right here as you come up the stairs. And here, this is what I want to show you. This would have been Ethan Chapman and Zana Konoda's room right here. This is where the alleged assailant would have had to come out and walk this way past Dylan Mortensen. Before I go any further, Dylan Mortensen is alleged to be in this room right here. It's a bedroom here. This door is just a closet. This is the kitchen leading outside the sliding door. But I want you to pay close attention to this area right here. The assailant came out of here killing Ethan Chapman and Donald Knodel. Walk this way past Dylan Mortensen. So, but let me give you a better view right here so you can get a good understanding of what I'm about to say. So I'm going to get a better view right there. Just give me a second. Okay, here's a better view. So let me kind of show you something real quick. This will be this is where Dylan Mortensen is. I'm going to show you a room right there. I'm just gradually stepping you through this. It's a room here. Going this way is the kitchen and a sliding door. Now, let me take you back here to remember, this is Ethan Chapman and Donald Knodel's room. So the assailant would have to come out this way, walk this way, past DM. DM is here. I'm going to show you this door real close. So let's get to that area right there. Okay, remember, this coming upstairs. This is Ethan Chapman in room that way outside. That's their living area where the sofa. Now, coming this way, I want you to pay close attention. I'm going to bring you to Dylan's room right here where she was allegedly, where she allegedly was. I say she was transplanted. She's going to be right here. Now, there is the room right there. This is the room. This is the stairs leading to the 3rd floor. But I'm going to give you a better view. But let me give you a 360 view just right here. See, this is the closet, the kitchen, sliding door. So, now, I'm going to give you a better view. So, I'm going to change this view and show you how, if the assailant passed by DM, it was impossible for the assailant not to see her. Therefore, it was impossible for her to open the door and still live. Okay, now I'm completely in the kitchen, so I'm going to give you a 360 and position this to show you why DM could not have seen this assailant. Let's give you a 360 view first. Okay. Now this brings me here. This is DM where she allegedly opened the door and saw a man with a mask on with bushy eyebrows walk past her. Now, as you can see, that would have been impossible, because even if she cracked the door or opened the door to see who was walking by, the assailant would have seen her and she would have been yesterday's news. Okay? Let me see if I can give you a better shot. This is a great shot, but I want to even give you a better shot. Okay, now check this out. You see this picture? This is where the assailant would have came through, and this is DM. Do you see? If she opened this door in any form or fashion coming this way, she's made. She's dead. So that's impossible. He's coming this way and you saw bushy eyebrows. Y'all had to be looking at each other. Do you see? It's not possible. It's not possible. You see? This is why I say Dylan Mortensen is a lie. Moscow PD is a lie. It's not possible, as you can see. Give you another view of it. It's not possible. Do you see? Do you see how, had she opened the door, cracked the door, she would have been yesterday's news? Now let's go to the 3rd floor. Okay, stairs leading to the 3rd floor. 2nd floor, this is where DM was allegedly seen the masked man. So this is going upstairs. This is where Kaylee Concalves in Mogan would have been. So let's go on up the stairs. Okay, here we are up the stairs to the 3rd floor. Now let's give you a 360 view. As you can see, there's a bedroom and there's a bathroom in the bedroom. Coming upstairs, you'll see to your left a room, a bedroom, a bathroom, in another room. Now, do you see? This is the third floor. So you're telling me that if you're on the second floor or the first floor, you would not hear anything from this level? I don't believe that. You would have to be stupid to accept that. Now, evidently, the intruder came to the third floor first and murdered Goncalves and Mogan. That is the only way that DM allegedly saw the masked man. The question is, why would someone come into a home not knowing the layout and do this? It means that the person knew the layout. Just like I'm looking it up and seeing the layout, the person could see the layout. Do you understand me? So we can dispense with a person had to know the layout. You could have been a complete stranger like me, just like I'm showing you the layout. So as you can see, mainstream media, Moscow PD narrative has always been that, a narrative. Just like I got a hold of a virtual inside of this home because it's posted as a rental. I need not have to have ever been in this house to know the layout. This brings me to one thing that I want to stress. Now, this is the second floor. This is the second floor, and it's dark, with the lights off. Just to give you an idea on where I'm coming from. This is how it would have looked at night when Zana Konodal and Ethan Chapin was in this room here. Now, I'm going to give you a 360 view. So, let's say that Zana Konodal, she's up, the DoorDash alert her that he dropped the bag off. Let's say she didn't go downstairs immediately upon receiving the DoorDash at 4. Let's say she went down at 4:04 or 4:03 or 4:02. Now, this is DM room, and this is the kitchen. Let's say the assailant came through the sliding door on the second floor through the kitchen at, let's say, 4:05, 4:06. Came this way. Went upstairs. Murdered Kaylee Goncalves in Mogan. During this time, let's keep in mind, it's about 4:05, 4:06. I'm going to give about 4:06 or 7 when the assailant got into the house. But for the sake of the argument, let's say, assuming that the assailant came through the glass sliding door through the kitchen. The assailant would have encountered this door right here. If DM was here, the argument is that it was locked while she was in there. So the perpetrator goes upstairs to the third floor and murder Kaylee Goncalves in Mogan. During the time, this is when DM say she heard a noise. More than likely, Kaylee Goncalves playing with the dog. Now, the problem with this is that during this time, Zana Kernodle is picking up a DoorDash. That's the problem. So it was highly likely that Zana Kernodle met up with the assailant as she was coming upstairs or eating in this particular area here. Why would the assailant come through this sliding door and then proceed this way and then go to the third floor? Now, it is said, this is where DM is at. It is said that her door was locked. But the problem is, why would her door be locked? Why would no other roommates' doors would be locked but Bethany Funk's and Dylan Mortensen? This poses a problem. Now, at this time when the assailant come through, they say they saw the assailant car come through the neighborhood, pull up in the neighborhood in this area at 4:04. Now, at 4 o'clock, remember, Zana Kernodle has a DoorDash drop-off. Now, we don't know if she went down to ever retrieve the bag of food or if she went down at 4:02, 4:04, 4:05. Either way, if the assailant came through the sliding door, we don't know which way, but assuming that the assailant came through the second floor, through the kitchen, through the sliding door, DM door would be the first door that the assailant would check. So let's operate on the theory that the assailant got into the house at 4:06. Check the door, lock, go upstairs. At this point, the killer, let's go to the third floor. So the killer is on the third floor around 4:06. It is said, I'm going to assume that both victims was in the same room, sleeping in the same bed. But this is the third floor where the assailant would have came. So at this point, the assailant is up here, killing Kaylee Goncalves in Mogan. DM is on the second floor, saying she woke up about 4 o'clock. But now, keep in mind that Zana Kernodle is still alive at 4:12. The perpetrator killed Kaylee Goncalves in Mogan and head back to the second floor. We're on the second floor where the killer just got through finishing off Kaylee Goncalves in Mogan. The killer come downstairs. And at some point, may have came on Kernodle in this area. Like I said, the light's off, it's dark, but this light may be on, or maybe a night light on, or lamp or something. It's out here in this area is where I believe that Zana Kernodle said, someone is here. Not like whisper, but like, someone is here. And DM heard all of this as she heard the killings going on upstairs. If she was up here, we operate on the theory that she's behind this door. And I do believe that Kernodle encountered the assailant here. DM saw him walking back this way toward this room where Ethan is at. And I'm assuming that the perpetrator killed him in the room. This is an assumption. So at this point in time, because Moscow PD has concealed so much information, they really don't want you to know how they actually was positioned and killed in his home. But I will leave you with this. Based on what I have shown you and based on this diagram that you can see in the home, do you believe that Dylan Mortensen is a credible, bona fide witness? Remember, the only way that she can see his face would be that he can see her face. Welcome back to Speak Van Holden. Y'all have a nice day. Good morning to all my subscribers. If you like, subscribe and share.